Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Another update on progress on the Chevy pickup we've been working on. Motor's finally ready to go into chassis. Interior, of course, is still ready. We kind of had that assembled. Last video you saw that. The body's in paint. That's kind of the big news. This video. Hang on one sec. We'll give you a look and see where the body is. Hang on. Alright, we finally got body in paint. Paint turned out pretty good. It's nice and dark. It's got that highlight of green to it, so in the right light it kind of has a black look, but when you get it in the right light you can see the green highlights, and that's kind of what I was going for. I didn't want it too light, and of course I didn't want it black, so it turned out pretty good, I think. So far so good. We still got a few details. We still got trim and glass to do in it, door handles, headlights and whatnot, but that's kind of after we get everything in chassis here. And you've got also what I tried this time, we're going to run tinted windows in this baby, and I got my tinting done on the glass. It's basically the Tamiya acrylic smoke, and I just watered it down a bit with and shot it with my airbrush. It turned out good. So those are ready to go in the cab when we start getting things ready for assembly. Hood's done as well. Hood turned out good. I'm happy with it. What else we got? You guys have seen the interior. It's all assembled and ready to go in chassis. That are embossing powder to simulate carpet on the floor again. Of course, we didn't put the clutch pedal in this one. It's just got the gas pedal, brake pedal, and the emergency brake pedal in it, because we run an automatic on this baby. Console's in there. Got my seat belts that I sell at offthesprue.com. I just use the Molotow chrome on the inner door handles and window winders, and just the buttons along the top panels on the door panels. But it's ready to go. Wheels are ready to go. Motor is ready for chassis. Hang on one sec if I can get this in frame and not knock everything over. Heaven forbid we do that at this stage. Hang on, guys. Making a mess. Hang on. Come on, baby, focus. Atta girl. So motor's ready to go. We've got our spark plug wires are oops, there you go, bonking things. Hold on. Got motor done, plug wires are done, got my alternator wiring in there, got our heater hoses installed, upper and lower rad hose, got my hose clamps on, at least on the engine end on the hoses. Got our vacuum line for our brake booster installed. Belts are installed. So basically the motor is ready to go in chassis, and we'll glue the air filter on once we get that in chassis, and it'll be ready to go. What else have we got? We did chrome foil on the box bed. Yeah, it turned out half decent. One thing that I've noticed though with this chrome foil, I don't know whether it's because my foil is old, but it's, if you leave it alone for a while, it starts to want to lift at each end on the box bed. So I think that's kind of made the decision for me whether I want to or not. I was debating on whether I was just going to leave it just the way it is, kind of a flat color, but the way the chrome foil wants to lift at either end, I think that's made the final decision that I'm going to have to use some polyurethane and seal that on to try and tack that chrome foil down. You can see how it wants to lift on the ends. So we'll get our polyurethane ready, give it one last pat down before we spray it, and then blast that baby, and hopefully that holds my chrome foil in place. I wish I didn't have to. I kind of like the dull finish to it, but anyway, we got to do what we got to do. The rest of the stuff is ready to go. Fenders and running boards. If I can do this without knocking everything down, guys, hang on. Running boards, fenders, rear tailgate. The rear tailgate, the word Chevy, I was going to use the decals on it, but decided not to. So after I painted it, before I clear coated it, I used a fine X-Acto blade and scraped the paint off on the letters, and then just used a metallic silver Sharpie to highlight the word Chevrolet. I just didn't think the decals were going to work very good on there, so that's what we did to highlight the word Chevrolet on the tailgate. So that stuff's ready to go and get into assembly here. So suspension's all worked out. I've kind of worked out my suspension for the bottom side. Hang on. As you saw in my last video, we got firewall ready to go, master cylinders mounted. I still have to run brake lines down to the chassis. We've got our coil installed, inner fenders are painted up. We've got rear suspension set, and I've worked out how to get front suspension on this thing. And once we get everything assembled, one of the last things before I set the rear suspension and wheels in place is run exhaust down the chassis to those mufflers I have, and then out the back of it, and figure out what tailpipes we're going to put on it. But that's about where we are, guys. It's coming real close. We got all the preps done, so now is the final get down to it and get this baby assembled. So hopefully the next time you see this, it's going to be in finished state. And as usual, thanks for stopping by, guys. Oh, and I noticed that we're above 300 folks following us, so thank you all for that. Thank you for the support. And as usual, check out offthesprue.com when you get a chance, guys. I think you'll like some of the stuff I'm making. And we'll give you an update pretty soon. So thanks for stopping by. And as usual, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.